Welcome to the Workbench. I'm Doug. Today I'd like to talk to you about a few error codes that you could possibly experience with your machines. Okay. Have you ever, while threading your machine, received a message that your machine might not be threaded properly? So the proper steps for threading the Baby Lock machines is to always make sure that your foot's in the up position, that your needle up down button is selected so that your needle is in the up stopping position. That way your take up lever is at its highest place. And that's the purpose of it, by the way. So when you go to thread, it helps to hold a little bit of pressure coming up and coming down. However, during that process, if you should happen to turn or bump the hand wheel just slightly, when you activate your needle threader lever, you may get this error code. Upper thread may not be threaded correctly. Thread the upper thread from the beginning. So of course, repeat the steps. But this time, select your needle up down button so your needle goes up. And then you'll want to be careful not to touch your hand wheel. Okay, now when it comes to needle threading, it's also important to make sure that when you install your needle into the needle bar after replacement, that you go all the way up into the needle bar. If you left it down slightly when you tighten your screw, then when the hook comes through, it's not going to hit the eye of the needle, but it's going to hit the back side of the needle and become bent left side or right side. So again, you always want to select your needle up position to its electronic stopping point and make sure your needle's all the way up into the needle bar. Okay, have you ever gotten a message on your machine regarding maybe a needle entangled or bent error code? Sometimes this could occur if there's a bind in your machine, and that's what it's there for protection. You know, if I had my presser foot up, my start-stop button is red for safety purposes. Okay, if my foot were down and I bumped the start-stop button with my knuckle or another portion of my hand, then it could drive the machine and put the needle right through my finger. So we have, safety switches there to help protect you as well. Okay, but if the machine is running, and I'm just going to simulate a bind by grabbing my hand wheel, but any type of bind in the machine will give you this safety device was activated since the main shaft motor seized. Is the thread tangled? Now, why tangled threads? But tangled threads could cause a bind in your machine down in your bobbin case area. Or maybe the bobbin case was jammed, it lifted up, or possibly when you replace needle plates to go from zigzag to straight stitch, the bobbin case wasn't rotated into that perfect position when you installed it back on. Okay, so always make sure that if you were to get a bind in the machine, to remove your needle plate cover, and you can follow my From the Workbench video of maintaining your sewing machines. Okay, make sure that it's nice and free and clear and spinning properly. If you still experience that error code on your screen, then that would probably be due to a bind someplace internally, which you're going to have to unfortunately take it to your Baby Lock retailer, and they'll be happy to take that apart, remove the covers to find out where that bind is. It could be that it's ready for that yearly service anyway, yeah? Another code that may come up is regarding your needle plate. Wasn't sure if you're aware of it, but we have a couple switches located in our needle plate area in most of our sewing and embroidery machines. Okay, so first of all, we have one for this plastic cover that comes away. In regular sewing mode, have you ever seen this message? There's no needle plate cover attached to the needle plate. This cover here slides off to give you access so that you can remove your bobbin case, okay, and reinstall it. But there's a small tab right on the corner here that activates a little white toggle switch that's through this rectangle square. Okay, and if this is not pushed in all the way, it may not be making good contact to that micro switch. You see, as soon as I snap that into place, my message has disappeared. Okay, so that's one thing to be careful with, you know, that you don't want to force that out and break that tab, or else your machine will be inoperable. Okay, your local retailer would have these available for you should it be needed. Now, attached to the machine right now, I have the zigzag needle plate, which will accommodate all of your stitches, zigzag, your decorative stitches, and etc. But it's always suggested that if you're going to do a straight stitch sewing project, a thin fabric, maybe quilting, it's always best to use your straight stitch needle plate. Okay, and you know your machine's pretty smart. It knows which needle plate's attached. So if you have your straight stitch needle plate attached, it won't allow you to do any stitches other than center needle straight stitch. So that's one error code you could get if you try to select a zigzag with the straight stitch needle plate. Okay, so maybe I can pop off my foot here and show you the switches underneath that needle plate. Now these have beveled screws, but once you break them loose, then most of the time you can spin them away with your finger. Okay, now you probably noticed if you've removed your needle plate that there's a little contact switch. But whenever you're working in this area, it's always a good idea to make sure you turn your power switch off and then remove the screws. So, you know, there's a little spring action going on here from that smart switch we talked about. Okay, so sometimes you have to push the needle plate down as you're removing the screws completely. Okay, then on the right side, you'll see that little contact switch. Now, if you've ever watched my video when I referred to for maintenance, it shows you to remove the side cover and then use canned air to blow the lint and fuzz out to the left side. Okay, sometimes customers will go in with brushes that have metal plates and things like that, or vacuum cleaner attachments sometimes. So you have to be careful that you don't accidentally hit this toggle switch here and damage it. If that's the case, then it's not going to know which needle plate you're using, and it won't allow you to do anything other than a straight stitch. And then to replace that, unfortunately, it's something that your retailer is going to have to do for you. So always be careful with cleaning. But the zigzag needle plate itself, there's a little finger here on the bottom side that pushes down on that switch. The straight stitch needle plate does not have this little finger, so that switch would always be in the up position. Okay, go ahead and reattach that. And when attaching the needle plates to the machines, you have beveled screws. So it's a good idea to put pressure down against that switch a little bit and then just rotate the screws. And they actually help to position the needle plate onto the needle plate properly. You never want to tighten one screw completely and then go back to install the other. And then once you lightly tighten the screws, then come back with your tool provided with your machine and then tighten them down. Okay, and then we'll just reattach the plastic cover. Okay, and that will be good for you. Now another message that does pop up sometimes is if you're using your width control. It's very, very nice feature, right? So I'm gonna go into sewing. If you wanted to do a straight stitch or zigzag, you have the capability of moving your needle wherever you like by turning on the width control function. So in your control setting pages, we'll go on this one, happens to be page 1. If I turn that width controller on, now I can use that speed control up on the top to move my needle with 1/2 millimeter increments left to right. Isn't that great for the quilters if you want to move that stitch over just a little bit? But when this is turned on, you're taking away the functionality of the speed control with that button. So if you hit the start stop button to run the machine, you'll get this error code. When the speed controller is set to control the zigzag width, the start stop button does not operate. So this forces you to use the foot controller so that you can regulate the speed a little bit better for your operation when it's set to with control. To correct it, just clear OK and turn your with control off. And now you see your start stop button is green again. Okay, I hope this helped you with some of your error codes that you may be seeing on some of your machines. And now that you know, get out and sew.